Hi kiddos, it's Mrs. Davison. So today we are going to start our first video of kindergarten writing. So this, parents, if you're looking, you will find this on page 13 of our newest packet. And today we are going over realistic fiction. Okay, so realistic fiction, that means that fiction means that it's not truth, that it's not a true story. Well, realistic means that it's a story that has real people and it has real things that are in the stories, okay? So what you're going to do to start doing this is you're going to write about realistic fiction, okay? So what that means is that we can't write about things that are make believe. Does that make sense? So we're not going to write about unicorns, right? Because those are just fun things. We're going to write about real events and real things, but we're going to make up the story, and that's what makes it fiction, okay? So if you look at your page 13 at the very top, there's what's called a T-chart, okay? On one side, it has different characters, and on the other side, it has different events, okay? Now, the characters, they're real people and they're real names, all right? And on the other side, they're events, they're places or places that you can go, and those are on the right side, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to come up with your own story and you're going to write about it, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to come up with my own character, and then I'm going to finish it off with an event, and I'm going to write 2 to 3 sentences about it, okay? So what we're going to start with today is, in the example, it talks about Tom, okay? And then it gives an event, and that event says going to the park. So we're going to write a story about Tom going to the park. Now, Tom is a person, and going to the park is a real thing. That's a real thing that we can do. So what we're going to do is we're going to write up a make-believe story about Tom going to the park. So I just wrote about what Tom was doing at the park. Now remember, it's realistic fiction. I don't know who Tom is, so I had to make up a story about what Tom would do at the park, right? So that's what makes it fiction, okay? If I was writing about true things, then it would be nonfiction. So this is a fiction story about Tom who went to the park, but they're real events. So I'm going to show you what I wrote, and I'm going to read it to you and show you what that looks like. So what I wrote is I said, Tom went to the park and played tag. Okay, and then I put a period right after tag. Then I said, he played with his mom and sister. Period. They had fun. Okay, and then I could draw a really cool picture up here if I wanted to about Tom, his mom and sister playing at the park. Okay, now the reason I wrote that story, like I said, I don't know who Tom is, but I wanted him to have fun at the park. I wanted him to have fun playing tag with his mom and sister. Okay, I wrote 3 sentences, but I didn't write anything too big. So that's up to you whether you want to write 2 to 3 sentences. If you think you can write more, okay? And then draw a picture afterwards. Okay, so that's what we're doing today. That is the lesson for Monday, the 20th of April. So you are going to be writing about characters and events with realistic fiction. Okay, pick any character that you want and any event you want, as long as they are real people and real things.